Hello guys, Sanibonani Bazali. Bazali means parents in South Africa, and you will know why I chose this to greet you in this way. To say Sanibonani Bazali, it means hello parents. I would also like to welcome everyone, each and every one of my subscribers to this channel. Anyone who is watching for the first time, thank you so much for watching, guys. I appreciate each and every one for you. Don't forget to hit the notification bell for all episodes that come up so that you don't miss out. And guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button for all my new subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of you. I know, guys, I've been lacking, but I'll try my best to always give you the scoop. This is a channel, if you know, for those who've been here and who've been watching this channel, it's about bringing you insightful knowledge, not necessarily giving you like just the script or the gossip as it is, but we analyze and deep dive into different topics. Let me not talk too much. Let's talk about today's episode, which comes from Wanele Bazali, where we deal with the realities that break families apart, but also it teaches us important lessons in our everyday life. Today's story is one of the many is one that many people will recognize because it happens in families all over the world, all over Africa. Today we're looking at two sisters who are fighting over inheritance. So in this episode, the older sister believes that she deserves everything because she was the one who stayed to take care of the parents. She says, while you were not there, I quote her, I was taking care of the parents, so you don't deserve any inheritance. So the younger sister again on the other hand says, that may be true, but I'm still their daughter and I was young at the time and staying in the village. So the inheritance belongs to both of us. You cannot take everything. So who is right? What does the law actually say about such situations? What are the dangers of family fights over inheritance? And how can we avoid ending up in a painful place? Stay with me in this next few minutes as we unpack what the law says, the emotion, the precedents, and the solution. Let us watch this. I took this episode, as I said before, from Wanele Wazali. Please enjoy this piece before we move on to our analysis.
Umama naye bo so-ke apha ekugqibeleni waphinda ke ngoku yena usisineli uyabuya uza apha eGoli, uza kule ndlu ekatata ushiya lo mncane. Gqibe ke ngoku xa sekefike lapha yena udla imali ezikatata akathumelele lona.
Ziphi imali?
Kutata lo wayephangele imali kaloku.
Yeah, also
saseliphumile umama ele nto
amapolisi into ezinjalo. Yeah.
Ndathi intombazana encinci usisi wakho.
What happened the day ngoba yibe bahlala ndawonye?
Kunomntana lo umbali yebo ulona lo unomuntu wayena 7 years yebo.
Okay.
Esinto ezeli birthday. So ukhona lo khazi lomdala athi ke hayi ke sisineli siyabonga ke ngoku hayi ibiclip ezomntana ubone nje xa ubonga yibona sibonge ngitiphatha umzika kabomkhulu kakuhle kangaka. So lo uthi usisineli lohlala ngicela uyehlamba izitya by kitchen ukuthi siyancokola yebo wathi akunahlamba izitya wathi lo mntana kanti labo apha kusekhaya anayenza le nto wakwaphika.
The nerve for the older sister to even hide to the younger sister that the house that she stayed in with her husband belonged to their parents. Yo, people can be shady. Is shady even the right word? I mean, that was so wrong, honestly. That was really wrong. Now, let's see how the sister behaves. Let's move on. Oh, guys, let's watch the sisters meeting. Wow.
Sure. Long yambona ebusweni ukuthi man uyayazi le voice. She's like, I can't believe this. I can see it on her face. So I had to go to him approach her fast.
Yes, it's now. Use it him.
Zininzi nakhuluma maloku akwenza wrong.
Ekuphi ngoba wabaleka.
Wabaleka.
Yup.
Indaba zanzi inheritance.
Inheritance yakhe. Bayazela lonto le. Balazela. Bangena inheritance yakhe ngoba yimi wayehlala nabazali apha. Wayekuphi yena lo xesha? Khawujeke nawe.
So inheritance ayibaleli.
Tosakudala ezo.
So wena ayitholi share.
Ishare yakhe kuphi?
Inheritance.
Ayina share yakhe la.
Wow, guys, this is the part that I was waiting for, the most interesting part, because listen to her saying the sister doesn't have a share. So I'm gonna stop here in terms of showing you the recording. The full episode is on Mzansi Magic channel 161. So let's start with the story. The two sisters, one is the older one that we see on the screen, and the younger one is the one who walked out. Their parents owned a house, maybe a piece of land and some savings. And when the father passed away and also when the mother passed away, there was a pension and policies and payouts that were paid out, and the sister took all of those to herself, including sharing with her own children and her husband because she was married. The older sister allegedly, she says that she's the one who took care of the parent. So now I'm trying to assume that maybe she gave up opportunities in her own life so that she could take care of their parents, or she was the one who took them to the doctor, managed the household, make sure that the bills were paid, and even spend money of her own sometimes just to keep things afloat. So the younger sister, according to the cousin who was here, the younger sister, I cannot say she left home. She never left home because she was staying in the village. She hadn't come to town to live with the parents. So now for me, that's where I cancel everything to say, no, the older sister can't really say, no, I took care of the parents, because the other one was young, and I believe that maybe she stayed with their grandparents back in the village. And so there was no way that she can say this one, the younger one, never took care of the parent. So I believe that I'm assuming that maybe she studied and lived far away from the parents, so maybe she visited again once in a while. But no, I don't think she visited once in a while, because she doesn't even know that the house that they stay in belongs to their parents. So now when the parents passed away, as we heard from the cousin, the cousin is the one who told the younger one to say, no, come and stay with your sister in the suburbs. Can I say in town versus villages? Yeah, in the urban areas, although we call them towns where I come from. So come and stay with your sister in the urban area. So that's where all the drama unfolded. That's where all the truth came out, And then they had a fight, and then the sister threw her out of the house and said, no, get out of my house. Like, guys, make it make sense. She's owning everything. She's like, no, get out of my house. And then according to the sister, she leaves the house without anywhere to stay, which is very brutal and sad, So now, Bazali, which are the parents, how many of you know similar stories? Maybe you've been in a community, or maybe even in your own family where such things are happening like that. When parents pass away, instead of coming together, children turn against each other. I, for one, to be honest, I'm trying to think of a situation that happened like this, because my own personal story is that in my family, when my grandmother passed away, my grandfather put the house in the trust, so which means that everyone benefits, including his grandchildren, great grandchildren. The whole family tree under him is going to benefit from the house, because no one will sell the house. Everyone will get to stay and live in the house if there is a need to do that, So now, if we reflect, this story is not just about two sisters, it's about the bigger question: what does inheritance really mean? I'm posing this question to you guys. Is it a reward? Is it a right? And how should we handle caregiving, sacrifice, and fairness? Now, what does the law say? Let's focus on what the law says. Like, what does the law actually say when parents die and leave behind property, leave behind inheritance, the payouts, and all of those things? So the first one is that if there is a will, the law respects the will. The parents can decide who gets what. If they wanted to reward the child who took care of them, they could say in the will, we give the house to the older daughter and the savings are to be shared equally. That is the parents' right. Yeah, they are giving it to their child that they chose. So in this case, it could be like an older daughter, a middle child, or the last born. And then 2, if there is no will, this is called intestate succession. Under the intestate succession, the law is very clear. Children inherit equally. It doesn't matter who was there, who wasn't, who sacrificed, who didn't. Legally, children are equal in their inheritance. And then 3, let's talk about caregiving. Haibo, the law does not automatically compensate caregiving. That means the older sister, even though she sacrificed, she cannot simply take the whole inheritance unless her parents had written that down. 4. Customary law. So in some cultures, traditionally, the eldest child, sometimes the eldest son, inherited more. But modern laws have challenged this. For example, in South Africa, the Constitutional Court in the Bay versus Magistrate Khayelitsha case ruled that giving inheritance to the male child was discriminatory. This is a precedence. It was Bay versus the Magistrate Court in Khayelitsha. Now, sons and daughters are treated equally. I love that for us, especially women or the last borns. So, legally speaking, the younger sister does have a right, because again, there was no mention of any will. So, the younger sister does have a right to her parents' inheritance. But morally, we can all see the older sister's pain. But I don't know where the pain is coming from, because taking care of your parents, guys, is their right because they also took care of you. She feels unrewarded for her years of sacrifice. That's just morally, guys, although I don't even agree with it. So, guys, what happens when siblings fight over inheritance? Let's talk about the dangers of fighting. The first one, obviously, is that families break apart. These sisters have stopped talking to each other for the past 19 years. They've become enemies. Sometimes even in other families, cousins, families become divided. Even funerals become battlegrounds. As you heard from the elder sister's child that she got married, the aunt never came. Her birthdays, the aunt never came. So families break apart, which is bad, guys, because blood is thicker than water, you know. And then I was reading somewhere that sometimes the estate loses value. Instead of enjoying the inheritance, money goes to the lawyers, court fees, and endless meetings trying to fix all these issues. You know, and also time is wasted, guys. Cases can even drag for years. By the time it's resolved, the inheritance may have lost value. And relationships are already destroyed. And it's true that inheritances can lose value because, I mean, look at how inflation is going. And let's say your parents left you like 20 million in 1998 and it takes 20 years to solve the case. How much would inflation have eroded the purchasing power of that 20 million rand in those 20 years, guys? Food for thought. And then the other danger is emotional trauma. Parents die wishing for unity. Instead, the children dishonor them by fighting. So, even when one sister wins in court, the family has already lost, guys. The family has already lost time. Like this family, it's been 19 years. They've lost, you know. Let's look at precedents. I've talked about the Bay versus the Magistrate Court in the Khayelitsha in South Africa in 2004, where the Constitutional Court struck down the male primogeniture. I think it's giving the male child all the inheritance, saying that all children, regardless of gender, have equal rights. This was a landmark case because it showed that the law will protect fairness, not tradition alone. Good for us women. Wow. And then sibling inheritance disputes again have been sent to court, and courts have consistently said that without a will, property must be divided equally. In some cases, siblings who tried to take everything were forced to share. Good for everyone. And then caregiver claims again. In some cases, caregivers have been reimbursed for out-of-pocket expenses, for example, if they paid for hospital bills. But the courts are careful. Caregiving alone does not give the right to take the whole estate. Caregiving doesn't give it the right to take the whole estate, just not like this older selfish sister did. I'll call her selfish because of her actions, guys. So again, let's find a solution. What can families do? So in terms of like what measures can be taken. So guys, first things first, bazali, the parents to the parents. Please write wills. Please write wills. Because a will removes confusion. If parents believe one child deserves more, they can say it clearly. And if they want the children to share the inheritance equally, they can say so too. And also, parents, bazali, compensate caregivers while they are alive. Parents can gift property, pay for caregiving, or make special arrangements so that one child doesn't feel left out. Yes, so there are some people who like even give up their lives and stop working to take care of their parents. Let's say there are 5 siblings and then one of them sacrifices and takes care of their parents. So parents, please compensate them while you're still alive. It's good to compensate them, thanking them for the service that they've given to you. And then another measure that families can take is to use mediation when disputes arise. Instead of running to court, families should sit with the mediator. Of course, in this case, the cousin tried to bring them together, but no, everyone is stubborn, no one wants to listen. So, but in some cases, a mediator could help because it's a neutral voice that can calm emotions. And also, like I mentioned, the other measure is to consider family trust. Like I said, in my family, when my grandmother passed away, when my grandfather wanted to remarry, he created a trust. So the trust, that's where he put all his assets, where his children, us, the grandchildren, our children, everyone is going to benefit, live in that house where they need. Everyone has a right to his property. And this ensures like fair distribution. Everyone, each and every one of his child, their children, everyone, in the family tree benefits. Okay, and then a measure for caregivers, like this older sister, these caregivers. Keep receipts, keep records of sacrifices. If you ever need to claim reimbursement, evidence matters. Evidence matters. It will help you if you want to claim everything that you did for your parents. So guys, as we close, Bazali, the parents, what do you learn from the story? Inheritance is not just about money, it's about family and unity and the legacy of our parents. The law requires that children share equally, but fairness sometimes requires that parents make clear arrangements before they pass away. Fighting over inheritance destroys families. No matter who wins in court, everyone loses in the heart. To the older sister, your sacrifices are noble, but the law may not reward you without a will. To the younger sister, you have rights, but don't ignore the love and care your sibling gave to your parents. To the abazali, parents watching, please write a will. Protect your children from this pain. Ngiyabonga. Thank you for watching this deep dive. If you've seen or experienced such disputes, share your thoughts in the comment. Let's build a community of wisdom where our stories guide others. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're a new viewer. If you're a new person who enjoys watching my channel, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell for more deep dives which are interesting. This is a platform where we analyze, and we can learn and avoid mistakes. After our analysis, it teaches us a lot of things, guys. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Until next time, stay safe, keep cool this summer, enjoy the summer. Oh, and I think we are 94 days to Christmas. Let's prepare for that. I love you all, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.